We got Tszyu back in the ring. Spencer. Joey Spencer. Tszyu.
We love Joey.
Yeah.
My guy.
I'll be over there.
Will you?
Yeah.
That? All
be
right.
working it.
All right. Good.
Hopefully you guys hear my voice.
Yeah.
On fight night.
No Limit, but is that No Limit?
Yeah,
show,
No Limit, man. They do some great work over there. I really like working with those guys, Fox Australia as well. This is the comeback for Tszyu. This is the name, the one loss, right? Joey's only got one loss, right?
Yeah, to Jesus Ramos.
Right, of course. The one loss that
Who gives him a real chance of winning this fight, by the way, Jesus said.
Yeah, the decent record and all those sorts of things. I'm kind of like, I feel like they fight the almost exact same. I just think that Tim is a little bit more enthused about the fight game and getting back to where he once was, which is why I would tend to lean his way. I'm not looking at it like Joey's got to go out there and knock him out because he's in Australia. I think though, I kind of feel like those days are over. I feel like if you are who you are, you win, you don't, you don't.
Tiara Brown just got the decision against Sky in Australia.
Boom, boom. So. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that Joey just didn't really evolve and materialize into who we expected him to be. I really want to just let that go and see who you are on fight night. The best Joey Spencer, I really don't even know if I ever saw the best Joey Spencer.
I don't think so.
I can't give a forecast because I feel like we never saw the best Joey Spencer, I know he's had some off TV fights, so he could be a little bit more hot and ready for this than most people expect. But I'm looking at something that's toe-to-toe. I'm not looking at Joey being a big mover in this one. I think he will move when he needs to. But I'm not looking at him being a big mover. And I'm looking at Tim kind of being who he was when we first started to watch him. Kind of the plotter, kind of to come at you, and eventually I'll overwhelm you. I don't want to call it 50-50, but I think in a lot of ways it could be.
They say you call fights 50-50
all the time.
Yeah. But they have to understand the mentality of a fighter. When you have been programmed to respect each and every opponent you face, that it's hard to shake that. I don't mean to speak for you, but it's like a lot of fighters. Sometimes it's irritating for us as interviewers. Like, please give me a pick. And the reason why they don't do it sometimes is that mentality of always taking every guy serious and each and every one of your amateur and professional fights. So now you're asking that same mentality to pick a fight. And sometimes fighters tend to go, hey, it's all about who executes, and it's 50-50 because they're both good fighters that can do
what it is.
Right, yeah. And it's not just cliche talk sometimes.
I'll go ahead and tell you how I think the fight's gonna look. I think that Joey's gonna come out using his jab, stepping around. I think Tim is just gonna be blocking that, kind of finding the pace and the rhythm. I think that eventually Joey is gonna want to sit down and box and go toe to toe with him. I think that Joey has always had a habit of being a boxer at one moment, moving, and then being a puncher at one moment, and he's he hasn't really meshed the two very well. He would get caught up in the firefights and things of that nature. I see some firefights jumping off on fight night, and from that standpoint, it's kind of who gets who first. Historically, we don't know Joey to really get him like that, but we do know that about Tim. That's the best I can do for you guys.
Yeah.
I think it's a good boxing match that Tim is supposed to win.
Yeah.
And I think he will win.
Yeah, I think he will too. And but Joey is one of the most upstanding young men you could ever meet. He really is. Personally, I love the dude, and his family. He has a little brother who his family took in and adopted, Mikkel Spencer, who's got a lot of talent, and is a professional now too. So, he comes from just a really awesome family. He's a great person, and he's always shown some flashes of speed and power, some talent. Mm-hmm. His biggest issue has always been, along with what you're saying, not having that identity, is his conditioning. He always has a low output of punches, and despite looking in good physical shape, he seems to gas quickly and can't put a big work rate together. it's not that when the punches come out, there's not some speed and some thump on them. It's that they don't come out very often.
Yeah.
And he, like, to your point earlier, like, he doesn't always know what he wants to do in there. There's no consistent game plan.
Yeah.
But from what they've shown us in their professional careers, Tszyu, before this Bakram knockout upset, was on a totally different level than Joey Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
So if they fight anywhere near what they've been throughout their pro careers, Tszyu should definitely win.
Mm-hmm.
But Joey, unlike when he fought Jesus Ramos, he's got a guy in front of him who's really his size.
Mm-hmm.
Ramos rehydrates and is a big dude at 54.
Yeah.
Tszyu's more Joey's size and dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. You know, this is why we fight the fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.